Hey guys, my name is Ellie and I'm going to be talking about comparison, which is so hard because everybody deals with it, especially girls, and I know that I've dealt with it in my own life. And I think what's so hard about it is it's something that's internal, right? Like happening in our own brains. And I know in some of my friendships, it's definitely created a wedge and come between a lot of them because the other person might not even know that this is going on in my head, right? There's resentment that builds and it's just so toxic. And so I just wanted to share some of the things that have helped me in this area. And the thing about comparison is it is a spiral. It is so easy to spiral, right? Like I can have a friend and notice that she's super funny, right? But I start to think then like, oh, well, she's hilarious. Wait, I'm not that funny. I'm not as funny as her. Oh, well, I just suck. And then it turns into self-loathing, right? And that's the thing about it is it can go from noticing something about someone to us being the worst, right? And that's the thing about building perceptions and creating narratives based off of those perceptions is most of the time our perceptions aren't even true, right? Like just because we think something doesn't mean that it's true. So just because this girl has this strength, it doesn't mean that I'm weak, right? In that area. Like there's just no connection. And so I think when we can distinguish those things and this person's here and I'm here and we can both bring our strengths, that's great. And that's the thing is the world needs all of our strengths, right? And our friendships and relationships need the different strengths that we bring to the table. And I might have a friend who has these strengths and I might not have those, and that's okay because I bring different strengths to the table and our friendship will only thrive and grow with those different strengths. They're so needed. And so I think that's been the key for me in kind of eliminating the competition mindset with my friends is just acknowledging and uplifting them for their strengths at the same time being able to see that I bring these strengths to the table. And that's awesome. And we can just coexist and be okay without having to, have a competition like who's prettier, who's funnier, who's, this. It just takes all that away when we can just see the strengths of our friends and our own and let them both exist and realize that we might not have the same strengths, and that is totally okay, because we also have different weaknesses. Everybody has them. Nobody is perfect, right? And so that's, I think, helped me the most with my friendships and when it comes to comparison. And it makes me think of 1 Corinthians 12, where it talks about the body of Christ and it uses a metaphor of the actual physical body and how, the hand is needed, the arm is needed, the leg is needed, all of the parts of the body serve different functions. And, the hand can't be the ear, right? They don't do the same thing, but like that would be weird if they did, right? Like they are different for a reason. And that's what creates a full functioning body. And that's the same with just people in general in our friendships is we are not supposed to be the same. We're not supposed to all be like bringing the same strengths to the table. It actually is such a gift that we can all bring different things to the table because that's what helps it function, our friendships, our relationships. So, that mindset shift is definitely something that happens over time, and it's not just an end goal that can be reached or checked off, right? So this is something that I have had to work on every single day of just shifting my brain from thinking like competitively or thinking, turning into self-loathing, right? But being able to uplift other girls has helped me so much in dealing with comparison. So I think the more that we can do that and uplift each other and the strengths we all bring and uplift ourselves too, that's not selfish or self-absorbed to acknowledge the strengths that we bring, right? So yeah, that is kind of how I've tried to shift my perspective when it comes to comparison, and I hope that helps a little bit. And yeah, thanks for listening.